Thank you for tuning into our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an affiliate and AdSense business for sale in the lifestyle niche. Created in October 2014, this business makes $5,609 per month in net profit, and the listing number for the business is 44749. We do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the businesses they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Sharon, thank you for coming on here today.
No problem.
Early morning for you, 9 a.m. So why don't we go ahead and get rolling to the questions that I have for you. I want to go ahead and run through a little quick summary of the business. Again, the business was built in October of 2014, has a monthly revenue of $5,619, expenses of $10 to make for a net profit of $5,609, which is generated on a 12-month average. Included in the sale of this business are the primary domain and all site content and files, email list, social media accounts, and affiliate list. Sharon, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
So about a year before I built this site was sort of when I decided I was going to build an online business. And at that point, I didn't really know what I would do. I had a travel blog already. So I'd been travel blogging for years just as a hobby. And I started building that up and I learned about SEO and I learned about affiliate marketing. And when I was learning all that, it really seemed like the way to go, right? Because I wanted to build an online business to free up my time and, so it was scalable and all the great things that SEO and affiliate marketing and AdSense and, passive income can give you. So I was reading about all of that. I was having trouble applying it to my travel blog at the time. And I came across this course for how to build niche sites. So I'd already built a couple myself, Amazon affiliate ones, one of which I sold on Empire Flippers already. And I just thought I could do it better, right? I was like, I might as well just learn from someone who's an expert. This will help, speed up my business growth. So I joined that course, and that was in October 2014 that I started, and that's when I built this website. So as part of the course, we were meant to build 2 websites. I only ended up building one, which was this one. And they really taught us how to go look for really good keywords and how to work out, what website to build and what topic to build it on, based on what keywords and opportunities there were out there, and specifically keywords that would work really well with AdSense, so that had really high cost per click. So I basically built this site as part of that course because I found a whole lot of keywords in a related space that would work really well and had a high cost per click. So as part of that course, I built the site, but then the course actually stopped delivering what it had promised and it didn't teach me what to do next. So I actually built the site. And I did go out and I built a few links to it from guest posting because I was already a blogger and I had a big network in the blogging area. I just actually put a post in a blogging group going who would let me guest post and link to my new site. And I did 10 guest posts, I think it was. And that's all the link building I ever did to the site.
So looking at this, then why did you decide to do your own affiliate, get in different affiliate programs rather than doing something like Amazon Associates?
At the time, I didn't know how well Amazon would work because I'd only just built those sites. So I guess it was a way of hedging my bet to build a different type of site. So that's why I built this one. But then I didn't really know what to do with it. So it did really just sit there for quite a while before I came back to it.
So why have you decided to sell the business today? Like you said, this isn't the first one you've sold.
So I was heavily considering selling it last year when I sold the other one. But I ended up, because I had a few different sites, I ended up selling my travel blog instead because that took all my time and I was quite sick of it. So initially I was going to sell this site and then I'm like, why am I just selling my sites that are sitting here earning money without me doing anything? That's not really freeing up my time or making my life better. So in the end, I decided to sell the travel blog instead and let this sit for a bit longer while I build up other areas of my business and sort of replace that income. And also I wanted to wait a bit longer tax-wise. So I didn't want to sell anything else in that tax year just for tax reasons. So I sort of left this site until now, which is we just started a new tax year here in Australia. So it's just sort of a good time from that perspective for me to sell as well. Plus, I feel like it's going really well. It's showing, I think the numbers show really well how it's going at the moment. And I feel like it's getting about as far as it can without me having to put some time into it. And yeah, I just don't have the time to put into it. So I think it's better that I pass it on at this point and let someone else grow it or not. I mean, they can just keep it going how it is. It's going well.
So, how much time are you putting into it now then?
Pretty much nothing. So I will, at the end of the month, I check the earnings from each of the affiliates, obviously. I check I get paid. I check AdSense. What else do? I have to invoice one of the people. So that's one of the companies. So I invoice one. Otherwise, it's all just automatic. Occasionally, one of them will reach out to me and want me to change the link a bit or something, or they'll have a special offer, so there's a bonus if people sign up at the moment. So I might add that to it, but all that's obviously very minimal. Once a year, we do a little bit more effort and just update all the articles that are going well in Google. I like to do an update, say about 10% of the content for the articles that are doing well. So that's probably, one a day's work, really. It's probably not much more than that on this site. And I just find that really helps keep the rankings up and keeps the traffic because it is dependent on Google traffic.
So, does traffic come to the business anywhere outside of Google?
To be honest, I haven't looked in analytics lately, but I doubt it's very much. It would be like vast majority would be Google. It's not really marketed anywhere else. There are social media accounts, but I've never really used them. And there's the email list, of course, as well, but I've not emailed them in a long time either.
So when you look at how the business is doing currently, you notice that the business is just on an upward trend. Where you are now is higher than where you were a year ago. So that begs the question, what are you doing and how can a new owner keep that up?
So mostly it's just, I don't know, it's just come from Google. Google seems to love the site. I think it's more than it actually improving in rankings, that more people are just searching in this area, that it's a growing area. And that, there's just more people looking. So there's more people finding my content. This site does rank very well. I think the yearly updates really help. I also added affiliates to a lot more posts. So there was one post that was doing really well, and it still is doing really well, but it was like sort of taking the learnings from that, I guess, and applying it to other posts, which was really just adding those same affiliates in other posts as well.
Do you currently work on the business alone?
I have a team for my general business. And so occasionally, I might get my VA to change a link for me or something, but generally it is just me, it's just such little work. There's sort of no reason to bring anyone else in.
So if you had to quantify the amount of stuff that your team does, because obviously that's with a different business, different asset that you have, so a new owner for this business wouldn't have access to that. If you had to quantify how much they're doing to help with this particular business, what would it be?
Oh, it'd be so little, like 0 point something. Like it's tiny. I guess at the annual update, I probably got some help with that last year. So I don't even remember it that well, but like when I talk about the annual update, it's like, if I have an article that's a list of things, I might add an extra thing to the list, like just to sort of update the content a little bit and show Google that someone cares about it. So I might have got someone to add a paragraph or two. So I don't feel like you need especially trained staff to do that type of thing. You just need someone who can write and research.
As I said at the start of the interview, this is an affiliate and AdSense business. So what's the percentage between those two revenue streams?
So AdSense, I'm just trying to think, it would be, because I'm just thinking in Australian dollars and you've got the number in US and it confuses me. It'd be a bit over 10%, maybe 15% AdSense and the rest affiliate.
So I guess just to make sure I'm on the same page, the large percentage of this business is affiliate.
It is. And there is the occasional sponsored post, but it's rare I do that just due to lack of time. There are certainly people who contact me wanting them.
So how do you feel a new owner can grow this business? What are the big opportunities that you see?
Okay, so first of all, with affiliates, they really love me. The main ones that we work with, apparently the traffic we send them is really awesome. So 2 of them I have reached out before and asked for more money and I've got yes straight away. So I would assume that there's a good chance of that with other ones as well. So I would definitely do that as a first step. I would recommend someone do that. I would also look for other opportunities where you could be affiliates or generate leads for companies, because I've actually never gone out and sought them for this business. They've all just come to me. I really have not put the effort into this business that it deserves in a way. I feel like it could go so much further. So definitely I would go research what other opportunities you might get out there on some of the posts that already get lots of traffic. You could start replying to the people who want sponsored posts and make some money that way. The couple of ones we have on there at the moment, actually, they're annually, they have to pay again every 6 or 12 months, actually, depending on the agreement. So there can be more money coming in that way too. They're often around job advertising too. So this site does well with that. So you could add it does well with traffic to that, but I don't really do anything with it. So you could possibly let people advertise jobs on the site for money as well. You could also build your own products. I think that could be a really good area. The email list, it's over 5,000, but I actually removed people regularly because I was previously with GetResponse and I didn't want to pay for more subscribers. So I used to just remove them all the time, the older ones or ones that weren't Australian, because this is a more Australian-focused site. But there is people signing up every day for the site, quite a few people actually. So I would definitely think about products that you could market to them.
Do you think that there is a market for this business outside of Australia to really push for growth there?
Because it's a .com.au, I think it would be tricky. So from an SEO perspective, and it's quite a competitive niche in other countries too, so I think it would be tricky, to be honest. You definitely have to look at other traffic opportunities then. So you'd have to look at social media and that to generate your traffic rather than SEO. Have
you looked at acquiring the .com for it?
I have, and it's for sale. I think it's $600. So I thought about buying it and then I just couldn't see that it was worthwhile. But obviously someone bought this business. It's that they email me regularly, so it still seems to be for sale. There's no site on it at the moment, so that is possible.
What do you feel are some of the potential risks that a new owner may encounter with this business?
The biggest risk would be that Google de-index the site since it relies on search traffic. I do feel this risk is very low. I've never done anything remotely dodgy. As people may have discovered reading the notes on it, at the start of last year, it did get someone built a whole lot of spammy Russian and Chinese links to the site and kind of attacked it that way. So it lost its traffic. It lost some traffic for like a couple of weeks before I noticed, but I disavowed the links and, it came back and it was all fine. So there was not really an issue from that. But yeah, you always have that type of risk, right, on any business that relies on Google. So I would say that's the biggest risk. Your next risks, I think, are pretty minimal, but it's like an affiliate decided not to work with you or something like that. But like I said, they seem to really love the traffic I send them. So I would imagine that is like incredibly low.
If you could go back and tell yourself one piece of advice when you were starting out with this business, what would it be?
Well, I think I would just have put more effort into it earlier, maybe. Not necessarily more effort, but even noticed it was going well. Like it was going really well before I even noticed because I just kind of forgot about it and didn't even look at it for a year. So I could have probably monetized it earlier. So that's what I should have done different.
Would you commit to a non-compete?
Yes, I expect to have to not compete. So that's fine.
And how much support are you willing to offer a new owner during the transition period?
I'm happy to have, a few chats with them like this on Skype or whatever, and to give email support for a month. I really can't see that they'll have any issues. It's such a hands-off business, but, I'm here and happy to help.
Like you said, you're putting in very, very minimal effort.
Yeah.
Are you open to discussing something like an earn-out?
Well, I would never say never. I don't really like the idea of doing that, but if someone gave me the right opportunity, I would consider it.
So, Sharon, I do have one final question for you, but before we get to that, I want to go ahead and run through a little quick summary of the business again. The business was built in October of 2014, has a monthly revenue of $5,619, expenses of $10 to make for a net profit of $5,609, which is generated on a 12-month average. Included in the sale of this business are the primary domain and all site content and files, email list, social media accounts, and affiliate list. Sharon, if you could put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why would you see this as a business worth buying?
I think because it's a solid business already, it makes regular money, it's going really well, it's on an upward trend, but there's also just so much opportunity for growth. I'm often questioning myself why I'm not growing it myself, but I just don't have the time and I really love the other things I'm doing in my business. But yeah, I really think if you want a business where you've got enough money to live off the earnings right now and you could just grow it in so many different directions, and this is the business for you.
Sharon, thank you so much for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information, the link will be below the video that will take you to this marketplace listing. If you're watching this on the listing site and want more information, become a depositor today. When you make the deposit, one of our business advisors will be in contact with you. You will be given everything you need to review this business. Have a great day.